Hey, my name is Devin Raytush and I'm a real estate agent in the East Bay, and today I wanted to talk to you about disclosures, and more specifically this video is about when you're the seller and you're filling out disclosures with your real estate agent and what that will look like and what you can expect. So the first thing is what's called the standard disclosures, and these are the transfer disclosure statement, the seller property questionnaire, the residential earthquake hazards report. It's basically a long list of questions where you're going to sit down with your real estate agent and you're going to go over everything that you know about the property that you would want to know if you were the buyer. Any material defects that would affect the value is essentially what they're looking for you to write out. And they don't expect you to be a contractor. They just want to know if you know that the basement floods in the winter, you need to write that out. Just anything you know about the property. If your neighbor across the street is yelling all the time, he's a total jerk, they want you to write that out as well. Just anything you know. They don't expect you to be a contractor. The second portion of it is the disclosure reports. And this would be the structural pest report, where you'll hire an independent inspector to walk around your house. He'll point out any dry rot, any moisture damage, any termites, that kind of thing. And then there's the home inspection, where you hire an independent contractor to come in and they look at all the systems of the house. They'll look at the roof, they'll look at the electrical, the plumbing, the foundation, everything. And it's good to get these reports just because it kind of protects you as a seller, just because you have that independent person. Even if there was that one thing when you bought the house 10 years ago, it's, oh, I forgot that, the home inspector will most likely find that and disclose it for you. And so it kind of protects you to have these independent reports, just because you put it all out there for the buyer and they can feel comfortable knowing that an independent party has come and looked at the property. They might still hire their own inspector, but they can know that the property's been looked at and they're not just relying on what you happen to remember about the property. And so in the East Bay right now, the way you disclose differs depending on where you are in the country. There are some places where there's just no disclosure at all and they say buyer beware. The buyer gets all their own independent reports. But when we're in a really hot market like we are here in Berkeley and Oakland, Albany, El Cerrito, it's kind of done a certain way now, and that's just because there's so many buyers looking at each home. If you get all the disclosure reports early in the process before people make their offers, they can research about the house, they can really get to know what they're actually purchasing, and because of that, you tend to get higher offers, and when you get that offer, it's usually a buyer who knows more about the property and is less likely to negotiate further or back out because of something they didn't know about the condition of the property. So in that way, it makes it so the transaction's more stable. You're more likely to sell the house the first time around. So that's kind of to give you an idea, an overview of what the seller disclosure process is like and why we do it this way. Obviously, there's a lot more to this that I can cover in a 2 or 3 minute video. So if you have any questions, always feel free to give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'm happy to help.